Welcome to this demonstration on how you can use RecHound to help manage your month-end balance sheet reconciliations. Not only can RecHound save you a great deal of time at month-end, but it can allow for significantly more governance than other systems that don't integrate with Xero. So let's start with our homepage. Here you can see our months down the side with the trial balance showing for whichever month we've selected. Here we have our ledger balance, our support balance, and whether or not our account is reconciled. So let's create our first reconciliation. Let's start by looking at our superannuation payable account for Feb. This is an account that will almost always contain a balance at month end due to payroll occurring within the current month and payments being made in the following month. So we can see that first off, our ledger balance is sitting $11,498. Let's talk about the two different types of support you can enter in RecHound, transaction and manual support. Firstly, let's talk about manual. In any account, you can always add a manual entry to support your ledger balance. In this case, let's create a support item called Super to be paid in March. And our total can be the ledger balance, so $11,498.33. We can add an attachment to this in order to support our item. In this case, it might be some sort of evidence to show that the super was paid in March. Once we've added this, our account now displays as reconciled with our support balance matching the ledger balance. You can add more manual support lines and remove existing lines as you see fit. So let's remove this one. Now let's reconcile this account using our transaction support section. We would always recommend using transaction support where you can, but we understand that it's not applicable for some accounts. Superannuation payable is typically a great account to utilize transaction support. The first thing we need to do is open up our transaction listing. This shows us all the transactions ever made in this account, and you can see in this case that the transaction date goes back to November 2022. You can also see the transactions that make up this account include spend money transactions along with journals for our payroll. The spend monies are the physical payments made to our super provider, and the journals are our fortnightly pay runs. So let's select a payment that was made in December as an example, and we can find the 2 November pay runs that make up this payment, the 7th and the 21st. Our selected transactions now net to zero. This gives us the option to clear them from our account by pressing the reconcile button. Now that these transactions are cleared, we can do this for the other months as well. So let's select the January payment with the December payroll journals, and then the February payment along with the January payroll journals. We're left with the remaining outstanding balance in the account. We can select these two outstanding transactions that have not yet been paid, and we can create support for them. Let's call this support Feb Super to be paid in March. Our account is now reconciled for the month. Let's go back to our trial balance where we can see that our support line has now been updated and our account has been marked as reconciled. We can move forward to March now and see what our super payable looks like this month. Let's open our transaction listing up again. And you can see that this month looks much simpler than our first month because we've reconciled all those transactions from within the prior months. So we can now select the payment made in March along with the February payroll transactions. These transactions net to zero, so let's reconcile these. We're once again left with the remaining balance in the account, which we can create support for and call this March Super to be paid in April. Our account is once again reconciled with specific transactions that support our balance. We can view these transactions by pressing the Transactions button here. This gives us a perfect audit trail to exactly which transactions make up the balance in our account and helps us display that there are no aging transactions. Let's now look at a different type of account, one where the balance rarely changes, such as an intercompany loan account. Let's go back to Feb and open this account up. This is an example of an account where the support really shouldn't change month to month. Using RecHound, we can easily maintain this support on a monthly basis, making our accounts consistently audit-friendly. We can see in Feb that we've already provided our manual support for the loan. So let's jump into March and open up the intercompany loan account again. You can see here that we have the same balance as last month, but no supporting items. We can press the Roll Forward Previous Support button here and select the month that you want to import it from. In this case, let's roll forward February. Our support has now rolled forward and our account is reconciled. Hopefully this short demo has shown you the basics of how to use our software, along with an indication on how much time you might save while maintaining best practice balance sheet reporting. You can get in contact with us at RecHound.com with any questions you might have, and thank you for watching.